Hello YouTube world. Today I'm having a look at the Fire Dragon multi-fuel cooker. I'll tell you a little story behind this. I've seen these around, I was quite curious, but I've never really sort of thought, I need one of them. So I really don't, because I've got other cookers and they're really good. I was having a little look on Amazon, and Amazon seems to know me better than I know myself, and this just happened to pop up. So I had a look at it and I thought, nah, we don't need one of those. Next thing you know, it was in my basket, and a day or so later there was a bing bong at the door and it arrived. So this is going to be a little journey of discovery for me. If you're interested in what this is all about, stay tuned. Oh, before I open him up, I'm also experimenting my new GoPro Hero 7. The weather's been atrocious recently. There's been 2 storms over the past 2 weekends. And we get to this weekend and the weather's not much better. I've invested in one of these little bad boys, so hopefully I can get out and about without fear of this dying in wet conditions. So tried and tested. Oh, by the way, the reason I got the 7 over the 8, I've seen some design features on the 8 which I wasn't too keen about. I'm sure the video is probably better and a step up, but I went with something tried and tested, so we're going to be using this on a lot more occasions out and about. Now on to the BCB cooker. Let's open this bad boy up. I've had this for about 3 weeks now. I've been dying to get out the packet. As I said, the weather's been terrible. Fire Dragon fuel tabs, I know what they're all about. They're actually kind of quite good. And I've got a load of them and I've used them, and you've probably seen them, so I'll just put them to one side for now. Here's the main gubbins. You can see them there. Let's open them up. I'm sure you military folk out there who've been issued with these know what they're all about. I've got no military connections whatsoever, so I've got no idea. Get rid of that. Some instructions there. I'll read those later. Typical bloke, I'll read the instructions after I've used something. So that's the little bad boy there. Let's open him up. It's quite stiff. Got some little nodules on there. I don't know if you can hear that. And it locks into place. Obviously you've probably seen these before. They got 3 slots in there. One's for your fuel and the other 2 are for spares. And there's also this bad boy, which I thought was a great idea. Just a little flap to go in there, out. If you put it in the right way round, I guess it's a better idea. Gives you a little windshield. Gives a bit of stability. Ever so cheap, these little things. And if I suppose if you was need to use it in an emergency situation, it'd be absolutely ideal. For the money, I'm quite impressed with that. Obviously, it's meant to fit your Crusader cap. That's interesting. This is the newer version of the Crusader. It's got the big dip in the bottom. Obviously, it's not going to go on that way. So I guess you'd have to be a bit careful about putting it on, so you don't lose what you're trying to heat up. I've got an older style BCB mug here. It seems to go on there a lot better because you've got a nice flat base. Let's move them out of the way. 20cm primus pan. Put them on top. Out of the way. Still relatively stable. Actually, it's very good. I'm impressed with that. So that's answered that question. Frying pan. Fit no problem at all. I also guess if you had something even larger and wanted a bit more width, shall we say, you could even put something larger on there. Quite impressed. So, fuel tablets, slot in the slot. What about if you had a transier? Doesn't fit, it's way too high. However, if you've got something shorter, speed stove this is, it's a lot shorter than the transier. I can't see any reason why that wouldn't fit in there, and that gives you another option. Just to give you an idea of the depth of that, this is the transier gel cooker, which to be honest is like super overpriced for what it is. And that doesn't quite fit in there flush. It's generally a bit too big. I suppose at a pinch, if you put some fuel in the bottom of there, it would give it just about enough height to still allow some air. Anyway, enough of that. Let's take all this outside. This looks like a good spot. There's that bad boy there. As you can see, 3 fire dragons in there. The gel. We're only going to need one today. A little bit greasy. Let's pop him out. On there. That's more than enough for what I want to do. get him going. There we go. I'm hoping you got a good view of that. I've also got some tea leaves. I've been going with tea leaves recently rather than tea bags. They just give a much nicer kind of flavour. And a strainer. Got a Pathfinder lid there for my BCB mug. I searched high and low and I saw that people were using these and it works reasonably well. It's not an exact fit, it's about 95%. I have to bend it a bit with some pliers. It gives a reasonably good fit. Don't need to overdo that. Hopefully you can see it there. As we're going all in, our sugar cubes. While that's on the go, I was going to talk to you about these. No, not what's inside, or what was inside. These make great containers. And they're fairly waterproof as well. I've got milk in here, and there we go, none's come out. So as a free container to carry stuff, they work out really well. The only thing you've got to do is on the caps, there's like a little bit that sticks up, and there must be some kind of there's like some little beads in there, and they soak up moisture. So you just cut the whole top off and then give it all a thoroughly good wash, and you're good to go. Alright, let's throw my milk in. I'm hoping there's enough left of that to bring it to the boil. I'll put my tea in there now as well. And put the lid on. Tea's on the go. There wasn't enough in that fuel tablet to bring that to the boil. It should be sufficient for today. So there we go, tea's ready. So you definitely need 2 fuel tabs, or maybe 1.5 to get a real big brew on. Oh, it tastes good though. In respect to the little cooker, love it. It's cooled down now. It's actually really good. I'm sure I'll be using this in the future. Some residue in there. You can see that, that's gone really hard. Yeah, it is what it is. I'd like to say thanks to all my new subscribers, by the way. I really appreciate that. I make these silly little videos and I don't really expect too many people to watch them. I log on to me little statistics and that, and it's like, another subscriber. Ooh, thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch me videos. If I can make more videos, get more subscribers. I think the Crow's interested at the moment. I'll sign him up in a minute. Where was I? If I can get more subscribers and this gets pushed out of the YouTube ratings, then hopefully I can get more kit and show it to you and make some more entertaining videos. I hope this video's been useful to you, and thank you very much for watching.